motion to impeach South Korea's president will be put to a vote later tonight after a turbulent week in the country. Joining us now is Myunghee Lee, a political scientist at Michigan State University, whose research centres around authoritarian politics, democratisation, protest and foreign policy, with a regional focus on East Asia. Myunghee, it's great to have you on the program this morning. What do you expect from this move to impeach the president and the vote to be held later on tonight? How likely is it that it will get through?
So thank you for having me. So the National Assembly is set to vote on Saturday at 5 p.m. local time, and things are heating up. As many of you already know, that the ruling party, it requires some ruling party members voting for the impeachment, 8 more lawmakers from the ruling party to vote for the impeachment. Right now, the ruling party's major party line is not to vote for the impeachment. The situation is very tricky for the ruling party because impeaching a sitting president from its own party, again, comes with certain political baggage. In 2016, they impeached Park Geun-hye, the former president of South Korea, and that divided the party, and lawmakers who voted for the impeachment in the ruling party were seen as traitors by the party's core main older supporters. So many of these party legislators voted for the impeachment were still struggling to recover politically. But that does not mean that this impeachment motion is less likely to be passed because of the severity of this situation and the major constitutional violation of the incident. So it is possible that some ruling party members might cross the party line and vote for the impeachment. And if that happens, it will likely to pass by a much narrower margin.
So those are some of the implications if the impeachment goes through. What are the implications if it doesn't go through?
So if it does not go through, the president isn't impeached, that could deal a heavy blow to the country's democratic institutions and the president's political legitimacy. The country has a turbulent history, including several coup attempts aimed at silencing political opposition before democratization in the 1980s. Since then, the country's democracy has some ups and downs. But one thing was very clear, there is a certain hard red line that must not be crossed, which is using the military to suppress political opponents. So, and the Constitution explicitly restricts the use of martial law to the executive and judiciary, keeping the National Assembly outside its reach. Any attempts to interfere with the National Assembly's activities would be unconstitutional. So allowing such actions would set a dangerous precedent, signaling that the future president could resort to military force during political deadlock, and that can undermine the decades of democratic progress of the country.
What's been the global reaction to this, and what are the potential implications for South Korea's allies?
Yes, so this will severely damage Yoon's credibility in promoting democratic values through bilateral and multilateral cooperation with the U.S. and its Western allies in the region. This is the narrative he has been practicing and promoting on the global stage. But since he failed to uphold such values at home, and through this incident, it's really visible worldwide. So it's sending the signal to the political leaders in the allies that he did not have. It's really hard for him to make that image again. So it can harm its alliance relationship with the Western countries.